Father, we pray that we shall achieve much. Father, we pray that you give wisdom to our facilitators. And Lord, you give us understanding that we shall pick whatever we are told to do. We thank you, we worship you, we bless you. In Jesus' name we have prayed and believed.
Amen. Tell us, Senor, to give us one or two words. Because as a team, we need to focus and we know where we are going as a school, especially as far as ICT is concerned. So Mrs. Senyonjo can welcome your teachers and
Okay, good morning, teachers.
Good morning.
Yes, I definitely want to welcome you so much to this workshop. I specifically want to appreciate those that kept time. We're supposed to begin at 8, and some people were here at 8. Thank you very much for being Gayaza. I would encourage each one of us to try their level best to pick whatever they are giving us, because I know in this era we need to really complement our teaching and learning processes with ICT, and the pace at which we are moving is probably not the best, but I know we shall get there. There are those that are way ahead of us, but I believe they will be very useful and handy to pull us along. So let's pick the best from this workshop, and it's for our own good. And let's pay maximum attention. Thank you very much. I wish you the best.
Technology is not here to replace you as a teacher. It is just an enabler. It is here to help you deliver better teaching. We are looking at a school where teachers are teaching using project-based learning. We are looking at a school where we integrate technology. And we are looking at a school where we use virtual learning platforms. By this, I mean platforms which are online. Because the students we are training, they are going to be having some of their classes online. You just sit home and you get online and study. Yesterday, Trace, I think, shared something to do with that. There is a course which is going to run, was it from Commonwealth or something? Yeah, it's going to be online. So you just sit at your home and then you study. At the end of the day, they give you a certificate. And we are looking at a school which engages the community. I'm glad that we do some of community activities, and because the skills the girls speak from these activities, you cannot get them classroom. So we encourage you to always try as much as possible to move your classroom. Your class out of the halls and you take it to the community. And I'm looking at a class which is a school which is globally connected. You don't just sit in Gayaza and you think that's the end of it all. You need to connect globally, and then you get learn from other people across the world. I'm looking at a school where we promote essential skill development, teacher-led instruction. Teacher-led instruction, by this, I'm looking at a school where the teacher is like, you get into class and your duty is to guide the students. You are not a know-it-all. You let the students work if they are working in their groups, and then your duty is to just like be a coach. Not to just stand in front of the class and you just do the talking as the kids are listening. So we are looking at a school which is having student-centered learning. Now, last time I posed this same question, and I've just maintained the same slide. In which category do you place yourself? A digital immigrant or a digital native? By immigrant, I mean those who are trying to work towards the old way of doing things. And by digital native, I'm talking of the students we are having, because they are always online. They are always using gadgets. So I don't know where you place yourself, and you can do a personal reflection and you see if you are making any effort to move from your comfort zone. As educators, we need to be prepared for the digital disruptions that is transforming the future of work. The world is changing, and it's basically ICT based. So as an educator, what are you doing to equip yourself with the skills that will help you, have a future? Or what are you doing to prepare the students for the future world? And the fact is, the students we are teaching are tech savvy. So if they are tech savvy, how do we, as teachers, make meaningful contribution to their world? You cannot make meaningful contribution to their world unless you go to their world, because it's going to be very hard to bring the students to your world. If the students are used to working with gadgets, they are used to being online all the time, and you are used to your traditional way, it might be hard for you to bring them to your world. So the only way you can influence their learning is by you going to their world. And you can only go to their world by embracing what they are doing. And it's for that reason that we are here as teachers. The fact is that in this day and age, there is no reason why you should not find a high-tech way to match your low-tech efforts to meet the needs of your students. The technology is here, it's up to you. What are you doing as a teacher to see that you are improving your technology skills so as to meet the needs of your students? And it's a fact that any technology which can increase the rate of learning would enable the teacher to teach less and to learn more. So let us try to move from our comfort zones and then we see how we can do it. Now, it is true that availability of internet and computers is a prerequisite for ICT, and it's not a sufficient condition. The availability of education content or software and other digital learning resources and ICT competences of teachers are equally important in ensuring that a broader and more efficient use of ICT in teaching and learning is realized. And this is from an organization that carries research as far as ICT integration is concerned. So, as teachers, much as the computers are here, the internet is here, but it is not enough. Unless you gain the digital skills, you'll always look at these machines and computers and they will not help you deliver as a teacher. So, there is no escape route. You either log on or you become obsolete. The teachers who are tech savvy might replace the teachers who are not tech savvy in the long run. So, as the world is developing, you need to look ahead and you see what will happen if the school decided all of a sudden that every teacher is going to be teaching using technology. And for all the time you've been in Gayaza, you've not labored to move a step to attain the digital skills. So I'm encouraging you to always try as much as possible to see how best you can record your sessions. Now, when you record your sessions, you have an advantage of posting them on your personal YouTube or school YouTube account. You get it? They have given us a printer which has inbuilt scanner. It implies that you can print the work and you can scan the work. So, it's up to you. You take up the opportunity and you make good use of these items, and you never know. If we make good use of them, they will add us more. So we have those gadgets in the store. We are trying to engage the administration to see where we can keep them conveniently, because again, leaving them in Jonathan's office is really not good. And they have given us rights that can enable us create quality media. There are these rights that you need if you want to create high quality video. So we want to see if we can set up, like in some room, so that, for example, if I can talk to BK to go and deliver a good chemistry lesson, we can be able to set up in that room and then he will deliver. Or you can collaborate with any other school, that will be willing to collaborate. Now, in this project, the reasons that they cited was little collaboration between schools. And they are thinking that the Gayaza and the Namagungas and the Narisunsas and the Smarts of this world can try to help these other schools in the rural communities. Because we believe that some of these schools lack quality teachers, and if a teacher at Gayaza is willing to share the knowledge, why not? UCC is there to enable us to do that. I've talked about high quality multimedia digital content education. By multimedia, I mean you can have video, you can have photos, you can have audio, you can have to your people, the people who are your friends. Okay? So you need to check the privacy settings to ensure that you have privacy. Then there is the two-factor authentication. That one, if these days when you're opening an account, they ask for that. Meaning that, for example, if someone hacked your account, is there no you can recover that account? The two-factor authentication means you have a password and maybe you have a phone number. Meaning that if someone tried to log into your account from somewhere, it will send you a notification to first approve. Okay? Before you approve, it cannot log that person in. Now, if you are always having your phone, whenever you log in on a new device, it will ask for your approval. So if you're having the phone, it can send you a verification code. And that's the code that you have to enter for it to open up. So in that way, you prevent people from hacking your social media or your email. Because you've had people losing email accounts. Okay? So the two-factor authentication does that. What are the don'ts? The don'ts, I've said don't share sensitive information. You've seen people when they are posting their families there. That is not good. I don't know. Of course, sometimes people get excited and they want to share the joyful moments, but that is not good. I implore you not to always post your family gathering and be mindful of that. It's not good. You need to. Okay, I think this applies to the students. Ignore or be aware of privacy setting. Use simple do not use simple passwords. One of the don'ts is avoid using passwords which can easily be predicted. You find that someone is using the first name as a password. So if I came to your account and I log in using your name, automatically I get it. So always look for passwords that are not easy to guess. And then do not tag the locations. You've seen people posting and then Facebook tags that this guy is in this country, this guy is in this country.
I think first of all, as teachers, we need to overcome our fears, which is very important, about ICT, because you may find that a good number of us were born before the computers, and probably we've not had hands-on, and we've not moved out to request the people that have the experience to help us. And I think in most cases it is the patient that should go to the doctor, not the doctor going to the patient. So we need to move out and approach you people who are more experienced so that you can assist us in incorporating the ICT in our teaching. Probably you could give us a timetable again on when we could maybe have consultations. If I need something, maybe some illustration in mathematics, in a mathematics lesson, you could tell us when we could probably come and get assistance.
Maybe someone can tell us, is there somebody who can share an experience where you've worked with the ICT team to help you to learn something? Or the ICT team, do you receive people? Yes, Eva.
Thank you very much. The ICT team has been very helpful. They did integrate with that part of the team. If you find them when they are not preparing lessons or what, they will guide you and improve. For me, I just want to give my experience and encourage all of us who are here. I joined this school in 2013.
Yes.
And we had a workshop. ICT, right? I was very green. I actually didn't have a laptop. And I remember I always called Mr. Chebe
was one of our trainers. And they trained us, I said, 111 days and difference. But I went back personally. I acquired a laptop. I started doing things. Today I boast that I teach children certain things.
Oh, your teacher.
And also, fast forward, what we are doing is not a bias thing at all. So we better up our game. Last year, 2018, Systemat INSET, I don't know about Systemat, concentrated on the use of ICT in improving our resource. And you know, people come from all, Systemat is the whole country. So they exposed all these teachers to these things, and you find young guys from where you think are
So far.
schools you look down on anyways that time. Yeah, they are very good at ICT. So we here who are in the ICT schools, if we do not log on, these guys are going to challenge us and move much faster.
For me, it's a call away when I'm challenging my computer. That's how awful these people are. They just call, they explain on phone, I move on. By the time I came in this place, I could not set an exam. I remember the first one I said, will laugh at me. But since then, I've improved. I've used ICT in my classes. And one of the things I got challenged with last year, my SO class, is we performed well. But one time, those girls came to me and told me, Mr. I don't need your explanation. Just show us the other video that you showed us during the lesson. It's in our class. And then I showed the video, they left very happy. So this is how ICT has really helped in the classroom. And I believe we can move on. These days, I don't like the other session I went and I was given a paper, writing scheme of work to the deputy. I don't know when the last time I did this. And she told me, it's okay when you do ICT, that's why I want to go back to class, we are still on paper. So I thank God how I've learned, yet I've never been in an ICT class. So teachers, just like Eva said, it's a matter of learning and then applying. Because when you leave it, by the time you go back, it's a different story. But when you apply and keep on consulting, these people are really helpful. You can move on, get back on board.
Okay, thank you.
Just like when you go out, you find a good book. I think we should not wait for the school that there's a book somewhere, so I don't need to buy it. You buy it.
Yeah.
Personally, maybe I need to give my experience and testimony. I've never been to an ICT class. I've never. But I've learned to do many things with my computer because I got that interest. I've written books. All my drawings in the books are done by me because I picked interest in it. And I've developed that skill in it. So when you get interest, then the work becomes easy. So I want to encourage that yes, it is true, these computers are expensive, but sometimes when you leave guys, you go with your computer. And there are many things that you do not do with your computer. So, yes, the money may not come once if the school can give a hand and say, okay, let me add this and go and buy, fine. But where that is not possible, I want to encourage that we look for someone.
I also have just a small piece of advice. When Miss Kabwama, she got interested and she bought a computer, a laptop, a used one. Then I came to know that actually one can use a used computer and may not be at the higher price of a new one. So I'm also advising that we can get into the second hand to begin.
Yes, and congratulations
The
for
first
acquiring a
One
laptop,
I have
Mr.
is
Frank.
actually a used one.
Frank, the first time we actually bought second-hand
Computer.
desktops.
Yes.
There are
Yes,
desktops.
I think Mr. Who, this one.
Mr. Kakinda.
Yeah, Mr. Kakenda helped us to get desktops. Then later on we moved to
Laptops.
laptops. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can.
Maybe the way to go, I think, is on professional development and for the future benefits. If you try to see most organizations, they are moving away from paper in their transactions.
Even you.
Yeah, I am there. I'm there in IT, maybe I'm not very active with you. There are some aspects where I'm still down, but it is where I am.
Yes.
Can do some work. Because it is the way world is moving. You are getting out of those ancient crude methods of doing things. You are going in meetings, you just need your laptop and share documents and discuss. You go to class, you carry your laptop, you don't need textbooks, and then you flash on the screen and start discussing. Because there is why you are saying the benefits of using ICT in the teaching and learning process. There are certain concepts which are very abstract, but so that when you screen, the students can look at some, like if you are talking about, for example, like coordination, and I think those of physics, the motors, the DC and what have you, instead of twisting the fingers, the students will be seeing and the graphs coming out. So it enhances the learning process, and the students tend to speak very fast and understand very quickly, and you are using very limited space in terms of like where you would use like 10 pages, you will just need like 3-4 flips and then you get the whole thing is done. In terms of PowerPoint, if you are giving it, you will get the principle. So those are advantages in I see. You will be too fast. Because when we say let's have some classes, but of course it goes with a very big budget. But also in planning, you need to see when you acquire these things, how do you secure them, how do you protect them? Because they need security. So there is need to plan. Let's not just wake up, you will put those smart boards from holidays, they are gone. Most places, we need it, but we need to plan for it. In terms of acquiring, maintenance, and everything must be there. So as ICT, as you are coming up to say we need to get some laptops in this class, you must also give how secure are they. Otherwise, when you have it, you will have to be responsible for its security.
The option we want to use is ABC. So we come down and select ABC. Yes, let's look at, no, now that's your preference. So someone might want to number using small letters.
What is used in your paper?
You want to do a small one? Okay, fine. That is personal preference. So if I do small,
Hey, you think they are natives? They have
so just quickly, I wanted to illustrate how to put a picture.